A victim rescued in the middle of a prostitution bust, saved from a possible life of human sex trafficking. An effort to fight human trafficking at the North South Carolina border ended with 5 arrests.
But more importantly, someone came forward as a victim, asking for help. Our South Carolina reporter Greg Suskin is following this story. He first reported it this afternoon. And Greg, you're in the area right now where prostitution, unfortunately, is a major issue.
It is, and I've worked on stories like this for many years. In this area here on Carowinds Boulevard on the state line, it's been a target for law enforcement for a long time. But it's not just about arresting prostitutes, because that's only a misdemeanor charge. With an increasing concern about human trafficking, it's become more about saving lives. Sheriff's deputies and drug agents have posed as Johns for years, attracting prostitutes to hotels along Carowinds Boulevard, then arresting them. York County Sheriff Kevin Tolson knows it's an ongoing problem.
We know that it happens more frequently up in that area of the county, which is why we concentrate our resources when we do these sort of operations.
Usually people arrested are not repeat offenders, and that was the case last night. These 5 women were arrested and each charged with prostitution. 3 are from Charlotte. A 6th woman isn't being identified because she admitted to officers she's a victim of human trafficking and is getting help to escape it.
It's no life, no matter how you got there. Being there and living that sort of life is just, it's not good for anyone.
And many of these women who are arrested when they first encounter police are terrified to speak, so it's always considered a real breakthrough when someone's willing to come forward and talk about being a victim of human trafficking. And by the way, just today, the state's Human Trafficking Task Force met in Columbia. They talked about sex trafficking, labor trafficking, as well as also trying to make sure that the children of many of these victims are given proper care. Scott?
Certainly a lot to handle. Good to know they're trying to stay on top of this. Thank you, Greg. Now, a group called the Polaris Project works with the National Human Trafficking Hotline.
In 2018, Polaris says it worked nearly 11,000 cases. It says that's just a fraction of the real number of cases because human trafficking is notoriously underreported. Here's that National Human Trafficking Hotline, 1-888-373-7888. It's open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and it can be a lifeline for anyone who may be trapped in a life of sex trafficking.